Hello and good morning, my wonderful team. It's great to see you again. It's quarantine time. Everyone is sitting at home. It's great to stay safe, stay away from the risk of getting infected by the coronavirus. I hope you're all safe. You all take doing whatever you do to stay away, stay healthy, stay away from the virus. So let's start our class for today. We're going to go through Unit 4. Let's go shopping. But as usual, before we start our lesson, we share a safety moment together. Our safety topic for today is going to be, of course, on the coronavirus. We're going to talk about things we should do to stay healthy and stay away from getting infected, but also the things that you should or shouldn't do to keep away from the virus. So let's watch a video together about the things you shouldn't do in order not to get infected by the coronavirus. We will come back and then share our ideas. Let's watch. Welcome back. After you have seen the video, you see that it's very, very important to stay away from the risks, such as do not use other people's stuff or personal equipment, right? Keep washing your hands all the time. Do not touch your face unless you perfectly wash your hands. Okay? Keep using sterilizers and disinfectants, and very, very important to stay away from the people whether they're infected or not, stay away from them at least a meter or maybe more. So here are some more tips on how to be safe and and what things to do to prevent catching and spreading the coronavirus. First, washing your hands. Most importantly, guys, when you wash your hands, at least wash it for 40 seconds. Okay, so it's going to be 40 seconds or more. This is to be safe. You wash it with soap, and of course, you know how to perfectly wash your hands to avoid getting infected by virus or bacteria. We have discussed that before. Also, stay away from people that you think they might have cold or cold symptoms. I don't know because whether they are sneezing or coughing, things like that, it's a great idea to stay away from them, right? When you cough, sneeze, or when you use tissues, right, immediately throw the tissues away, of course, and throw them in basket, not leave them on the floor or tables or desks where others might use them. So it's a great idea. It's a great opportunity for the virus to spread out. We don't want that. If you don't, and check it out, if you don't have tissue, you can use your sleeve. You can see that here. Don't use your hands to sneeze or cough. Okay, always use your sleeves for that. Okay. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. Yes, if you want to touch your face, wash your hands first. It's kind of difficult at the beginning, but you know, when getting used to it, you're going to be safe. Finally, avoid close contact with people who are unwell, right? People who have cold symptoms or sick in general, right? Try to stay away from them, avoid close contact with them. I hope you're all safe. I hope this nightmare is over, and I hope you do whatever you want to do, whatever you can to stay healthy and stay away from infection. Okay, let's start our lesson now, and let's go through Unit 4. Let's go shopping. We start with a short conversation between Sam and Victor. Who are Sam and Victor? Sam and Victor are two students who share a flat. Victor is at the supermarket with the shopping list and he's speaking to Sam on his mobile phone. Speaking about what? Let's see. Let's listen to the conversation. Victor is speaking. It says here milk. How much milk do we need? 2 liters. And eggs. How many eggs? A dozen. And what about potato? How many potatoes? A kilo is enough. And butter, how much? Just one packet. Okay, let's listen to the conversation again, guys. Victor and Sam. It says here milk. How much milk do we need? 2 liters. And eggs? How many eggs? A dozen. And what about potatoes? How many potatoes? A kilo is enough. And butter? How much? Just one packet. So this was the conversation between Victor and Sam about shopping. Okay. In this conversation, we've been through two words, two new words. First one is a dozen, a dozen, a dozen. What is a dozen? That's right. Yes, a dozen is 12 of an item, 12 pieces of something. Like, for example, a dozen of eggs means how many pieces of eggs or how many eggs? 12 eggs. 12 eggs. Right? A dozen potatoes, for example, means 12 potatoes. 12 potatoes. As you can see in the picture, this is a picture of a dozen eggs. A dozen eggs. The other word is a packet. Packet. A packet. Yes, that's right. A packet is a small box or a small carton. For example, in the conversation, a packet of butter. A packet of butter. We can also use a packet with other items like, for example, a packet of cigarettes. A packet of cigarettes. Okay, great. So, back to this conversation, we mentioned some food. Do you remember what food we talked about in the conversation? Yes, that's right. We mentioned eggs, potatoes, milk, and butter. Eggs, potatoes, milk, and butter. Now, do you remember what the question we used to ask about each of these items? Excellent, that's right. We used to ask about eggs and potatoes. We used how many. How many? We said, how many eggs do we need? How many potatoes should I buy? But for milk and butter, we used how much, excellent. We used how much milk is there? How much milk do we need? How much butter should I buy? Now let's see, what's the difference between how many and how much? Why do we use how many with eggs and potatoes? We used how much with milk and butter. Excellent answer, everyone. We used how many with eggs and potatoes because eggs and potatoes are countable nouns. Countable. I can count them. I can use numbers with them. I can say one egg, two eggs, three eggs, one potato, two potatoes, three potatoes. I can count them. One, two, three, four. With countable nouns, I use many. How many? On the other side, how much? Why we used it with milk and butter? Yes, you're right. We used it because milk and butter are uncountable nouns. Uncountable. I cannot count them. I cannot say one milk, two milks, three. No, no, no. No such a thing. Same with butter. We can't use numbers with them. But we can say some milk. We can say some butter. So we used how much with uncountable nouns, such as milk and butter. What more words or foods can I use many and much with? I can use many with mangoes, apples, teachers, phones. Notice it's not just food. Any countable nouns I can use how many with. How many mangoes? How many apples? How many teachers are there? How many phones do you have? But I can use how much with uncountable nouns. For example, how much meat do you eat? How much fish is there? How much money do you have? How much time do you need? How much meat? How much fish? How much money? And how much time? Great. This was the question. Now, do you remember what answers were given in the conversation? What answers was what's the answer for how many eggs do we need? Yes, excellent. A dozen. He said we need a dozen eggs. What about how many potatoes? Correct. A kilo. A kilo of potatoes. How much milk? 2 liters of milk. That's right. 2 liters of milk. And how much butter? He said a packet of butter. A packet of butter. This was in the conversation. So quickly, let's go over our next topic, which is the shopping list which Sam and Victor used while they were shopping in the supermarket. See, this is the shopping list Victor used. It contained food and drinks like milk, eggs, potatoes, butter, bread, tomatoes, cheese, cola, olives, mineral water, mineral water, and crisps. And crisps. Okay, so and here are some of the containers that we can use with these foods and drinks. Let's say two large bottles can be used with which food or drink here? Yeah, you're right. We can use it with milk, 2 large bottles of milk, 2 large bottles of cola, also 2 large bottles of mineral water. Just one white loaf. Loaf. You know the word loaf. I use it with bread. Excellent. I say a loaf of bread. A loaf of bread. 200 grams of cheddar. I can use it with, yes, cheese. Excellent. You can say 200 grams of cheese. 4 packets. Can I say 4 packets of milk? 4 packets of eggs? You're right. I can say 4 packets of butter. Very good. 4 packets of butter. 6 cans. 6 cans of excellent cola. 6 cans of cola. Half a kilo of black ones. Half a kilo of black ones. It can go with which food? Yes, olives. Very good. Half a kilo of black olives. 4 big ones. I can refer to which foods or drinks? Right. Tomatoes. I can say 4 big tomatoes. 4 big potatoes also. 4 big potatoes. And also eggs. I can say 4 big eggs. Okay. So next we're going to continue the conversation of Sam and Victor. Okay. They're going to talk about more shopping items. Let's see. Victor is talking. Do we need anything else? Let's have a look. We've got some apples, but there aren't any grapes. And there isn't any coffee, but we've got some tea. Is there any orange juice left, or did you finish it? There is a little, but there isn't much, so we need some more. And vegetables. Have we got many vegetables? Well, I can see a few carrots, but there aren't many onions. Oh, we need a lot of crisps. My nephews are coming tomorrow. Okay, lots of crisps, and I'll get some more cola. See you soon. So, this was the rest of the conversation. Let's check the foods and drinks mentioned in this conversation. You can see